Alright, hello again. My next project here is going to be doing the plumbing and also the kitchen cabinets. So I'm going to be kind of working on both at the same time. I've had this table in here temporarily for the last, what a mess, eh? For the last month or so, just to make sure that oven was going to be, was convenient to use there and everything, which it is. So I'm going to finalize the cabinets over the next little bit as well, probably the next couple of weeks. Build those. I have pretty much everything except, let's see, the dishwasher. I don't have the dishwasher yet. Probably a month or so away for that, but I do have the dimensions, so I'll just leave an opening for that. So anyways, there's the oven. The cooktops just sitting on the table there. Kitchen sink's over in a box over there. So I'll be building cabinets and installing all that stuff here in the next, like I say, a month. Well, probably over the next month or two or whatever, between the plumbing and the cabinets. So anyways, what I'm doing here right at the moment is figuring out where my tank vent is gonna come through. So I have the vent coming through the ceiling up there and piping coming over to here. So I think what I'm going to do, I was trying to decide which side of this wall to put it on, and I think come to the conclusion the best is going to be right here on this side. It's going to make the kitchen, I have to have a little bit of a pony wall here for a false wall there for all that behind the bathroom vanity, which is going to be right in here, but I don't think that'll be a big deal. So that's where it's going to go. And I was going to use expansion PEX, ProPEX, Uponor, Worspo, whatever you want to call it. I just can't get it here. This pandemic is wreaking havoc on the supplying of products. So I'm going to have to go with regular PEX, which is fine. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just I like the expansion PEX better, but PEX has been around for years, so that's what we use. I can get the expansion tool here, but getting the expansion pipe and fittings and all that just seems to be I've looked everywhere, and you can get it all in white, but I'd rather use red and blue, and I just can't get it here, so I'm just not going to bother. So anyways, I'm going to get started, and I'll keep doing these as I go. Alright, so I got some of the plumbing in here now. This is the vent pipe for the tanks. Goes through the roof up in there. I did that last year when I put the solar panels and everything up. The lines for the power lines come through that pipe as well, just for one less penetration through the roof. So it's all mocked up in here now. I'm just going to pull it apart and glue it all up. Got the other, this is the starting of the plumbing for the bathroom sink and kitchen sink. They're kind of one, just on the other side of the wall from each other, so that's pretty simple. And I also punched all the holes through for the water lines. So there's 5 water lines coming up through there, 4 more back in here. It's pretty hard to see, but back in there. Those will be for the kitchen sink and bathroom sink. And then these ones here, 2 of them will be hot, hot and cold for the shower, hot and cold for the washer dryer, and then just a cold line. The last one there will be just cold water for the toilet. So took a while to figure out where the best place to put those were going to be. The dishwasher is going to be in this area here, so it all kind of had to be in a pretty specific spot. So that kind of took a while to figure out, running up and down, from here down below, make sure it wasn't going to run into anything down there and that kind of stuff. So that took a while, but it's all done now. So I'm just waiting for some tools to show up, and then I'll start running those lines. I've kind of got figured out what I'm going to do for tanks. So as soon as I can afford that in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to order the gray and freshwater tanks. I already have the black tank, and I'll get some 1.5" angle, I believe is what I'll use, and weld up a framework for all the tanks and bolt them down. I want to insulate that bay at the same time, so that'll be a whole process. Now these lines are going to have to go up. Well, the toilet line will just go right through the wall right there, but the other lines going to the back have to go up to the ceiling, along above the framework up in there, and then in the back here they'll come back down through here and split this side for the shower, that side for the washer dryer. So the shower is going to be, they'll run down to the shower fixtures on the that wall there, and this is all kind of buried in here, but kind of the same thing. Can't really get the camera in there too well, but it's kind of the same thing there for the washer and dryer hookup. So anyways, I will I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to glue this stuff up, and I'm also, while I'm kind of waiting, I'm going to run the water for the ice maker and on drinking water here for into the fridge. And what I'm going to do, I've decided I'm not going to drink water from the tanks. So what I'm going to do, I'll either, well, for now what I'm going to do is put a 5-gallon pails or jugs down in the bay down below, and I'm going to pump it. I just have a little pump, and just pump that little RV pump, and it needs 35 psi minimum for this to, for the valving and everything in here to work, apparently, according to the manual. So that produces more than that, so I will use that for water here, and then I'll run it over, and beside the sink, when the cabinets go in, I have a water, what do you call it, like a drinking water fountain that'll go beside the regular faucet, and I can use that for cooking water and that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to try and drink water out of the tanks. I might eventually put a water purifier on that tank and go that route, but bottled water, 5 gallons of bottled water is pretty easy to come by these days. So I'm thinking at this point, anyways, I will. That's the route I'll go, and just have it down in the bay down below and pump it into the where I need it. So, anyways, a little bit of information there, and I'll update this as I make some more progress. So, working on the plumbing again. Just in the process of closing this in here. I will skin it in stainless once it's all complete. I have everything mounted in it and everything. So the idea is to have the manifold, all the controls and everything on the back side of this panel here, and the tanks will be back there as well, and then just have the handles, pull handles for the dump valves and that kind of thing, and the handles. I think I'll have a somewhere in here I'll have an access door to open up, and then be able to turn the valves for the water for each faucet or whatever, on or off, whenever I needs to. So that's where I'm at right at the moment. So I mounted I did this a while back, but I mounted the water inlet, city water inlet here on the outside, and I'm just going to plumb that in. There'll be a valve somewhere on this panel. You just open it and that'll fill the tank, and this way, and the dump valve or the drain will be underneath this panel here, just going through vertically through the bottom here, through this deck here, and that way I can have the door completely closed when all the when the water and the sewer and all that are hooked up to it. My idea is to the back side of that panel, that whole compartment, have it insulated and heated, so it doesn't freeze up in the wintertime. So that's why I'm doing it like this. More a little later. All right, so a little farther along here now. I got the water all plumbed into the fitting here. I'll run down through that bulkhead and down to the manifold. There's the manifold. This is the cold side, obviously. I found these. I didn't even know these existed, but I'm not a plumber, so I guess I wouldn't. I had, figured on putting a 90 at each of these, each place where I had to make a bend, but those are working out really good, so I'm using them wherever I can. I just got them on Home Depot, and yeah, so that's good. Got all the tanks ordered. They're not here yet, but I'm doing whatever plumbing I can until they get here. I gonna have to insulate this bay, and then build an angle, a steel angle cage to mount all the tanks in. So the tanks are not ideal, they're just what I could get. So because of this whole COVID thing and the borders closed and shipping and all the rest of it, shipping, I could have got tanks shipped here from, but for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but in Canada here, or wherever I can get tanks, they just don't have the sizes that would be ideal, and which is weird because they're readily available in the States. So, if we weren't in this situation, I could go and just have them brought, shipped up to just cross the line and go down and pick them up, but it's not an option right now. So I'm going to have to go with a different setup, which means I'm going to have two gray water tanks hooked together, and two freshwater tanks hooked together, just to get enough capacity and everything. So anyways, like I say, it's not ideal, but it's going to have to do. It'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, if I could have got bigger tanks if I could have done it on one piece, but that's all I can get. So, and I don't have the facilities or anything to do any stainless welding. I was going to build my own tanks, but I just don't have any place to build them anymore. So, and there's nothing wrong with plastic tanks, so they'll be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of figuring out how I'm going to run my dump system, and once I get a little farther along on that, I'll kind of explain that. But But for now, I haven't really figured it out, and I'll explain why I got 2 valves on there when I get to that. So I got back to the manifolds here. I got this is the cold manifold, and it's pressurized now. I just hooked the toilet up and got it working. It's just dumping into a 5-gallon bucket right now, but just to test it. But it all works and everything. So, and then one of these lines here, it'll come out of here, go over to the hot water heater, which will be over on the other side over there, and then back into the bottom of this manifold. This will be the hot side. So this will all be hidden in behind the cover panels that I made up, and eventually they'll be skinned, like I said, in stainless, and then there'll be a door on here to just open up when you need to open or close any of these valves. So let's go up inside. So I started running some of the plumbing up, and again I use those I don't even know what the heck to call them, but like a bracket, whatever you want to call it, to hold the pipe in a 90, and works really good. Too tight down here to use them, so I got elbows. That line there goes to the toilet. This one right now, this is the one for the runs over here, and it's just sitting there waiting for the washer dryer hookup. So that's as far as I can go with that right now. I'm just getting ready to run the one same thing but over for the shower, so I'll do that here in a few minutes. Toilet I got all mounted finally, and plumbed up and working. You can see it's just dumping into a 5-gallon bucket right now for testing, but it's an electric toilet, electric flush. So you just push the button and it does its thing. So anyways, that's all working good. I think that's about it for now. I'll do some more video when I get a little further along. Alright, so I got all the plumbing lines run to the back of the bus here now. What I'm going to do is you can get that foam pipe, which it's actually insulation. I don't want to use it for insulation, but just to wrap each one of these pipes in that, and then secure it so it doesn't move, and it won't be rubbing against anything or vibrating or wearing a hole in anything. And I'll do that up this wall, across the ceiling. Those are all just kind of going wherever they want to go right now. I'll run them where I need them, where they need to go, and secure them and everything. And I'll wrap each one of those with one of those pieces of insulation, right down to, yeah, probably even do it in the wall there. Why not? Into here, and then secure this up against the 2x4 on each side, and the shower fitting is here, or what a mess. So hard to work on this and live in it at the same time, but is what it is. Anyways, so that's going to go somewhere about in there, and so I think I'll wrap those even these in the wall. I'll wrap it with that insulation and secure it and everything, and then that way there shouldn't be any leakage problems. So anyways, I think I'll call that it for this video. It's getting fairly long, and I'll start another one.